Of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community are preparing for Australia Day celebrations in Adelaide. For them, January 26 is a time to celebrate the freedoms Australia affords, including the freedom to worship openly. Joining us for more on this is Kamran Tahir, the new Imam representing the community. Really appreciate you making the time to speak with us today. Thank you. Firstly, just tell us, how are you and your community celebrating and spending Australia Day today?
Thank you, Ash, for having me on. Well, we're celebrating Australia Day not only in the Mahmood Mosque, but also in Noor Mosque, which is based in Morphett Vale. And of course, one of the reasons for it is to truly express our gratitude for this beautiful country. As Peter was stating just prior to me, that Australia Day is one of the best countries in the world, if not the best, with the freedom that it gives its citizens, whether it be freedom or equality in terms of earning yourself in terms of your own merit, or the freedom of worship, or the freedom of religion. So we are extremely proud to be Australians, and hence, for the sake of gratitude, we are celebrating Australia Day in both of our mosques, one being the Noor Mosque and the second being the Mahmood Mosque.
And when you talk about the freedom to worship, I guess Australia prides itself on its commitment to religious freedom in this country. It's probably something a lot of us do take for granted, but I guess it's worth remembering that it isn't actually a given in many countries around the world.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, in some of the one of the countries that the majority of the members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community have migrated from is Pakistan, and merely to be able to call yourself a Muslim over there, because we are, from a political point of view, declared as non-Muslims. And if any member of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community so far as says peace be upon you, which is the Islamic greeting being Assalamu alaikum, could land them in jail for a minimum of 3 years. Hence, when the members migrate to this beautiful country, the freedom of religion, they definitely don't take for granted. And it's a huge blessing to be part of this beautiful country and being able to not only practice your faith, but also being able to freely preach it.
And what about your view on the date that we're celebrating and enjoying this public holiday today? Do you think January 26 is the right day for Australia Day?
I think in regards to what my religion, Islam, teaches me, and one of the very fundamental tenets of Islam is unity and being united. Hence, if we find that, of course, the indigenous community and the natives of this land feel hurt with us celebrating Australia Day on this day, I think that there is absolutely no harm in changing the dates, so we can truly enjoy and truly celebrate this beautiful country together in unity and in harmony.
And will you be encouraging your community to support the voice to Parliament?
I wouldn't say I would be pushing my community to do so. I think what needs to be highlighted here is that the reason why we, as the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, are celebrating Australia Day is for what it has given to us. And that being, of course, as we've spoken about, the gratitude of being able to worship our faith freely. And with that being so, the community not only does that, but it tries its best to give back to the country at large. One of the ways that the community gives back is that in one of the months of the year, they work towards giving to the Red Cross appeal. And we pride ourselves upon the fact that in one of the years, in 1 month, the community on a national scale raised more than $85,000 just for Red Cross, and other ways in which the community gives back. So coming back to your question, would I be pushing the community to do so? No, I wouldn't be doing that. But if we are asked, my viewpoint would definitely be that if we can truly be united and celebrate the day together, then that would definitely be great.
Imam Kamran Tahir, really appreciate your time with us today, and we wish your community all the best today as they do mark this very special day on the Australian calendar. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me on.
Members of a Muslim community in Vaughan have gathered to pray for the victims of a mosque attack in Burkina Faso. The vigil was held in the Baitul Islam Mosque. Members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community mourned the loss of 9 worshippers. They were gathering in a northern town in Burkina Faso for the evening prayers when they were killed last week. Vaughan Mayor Stephen Del Duca and community leaders attended the prayer vigil.
It's heartbreaking as we're seeing people all around me coming for their prayers. You know, these innocent people were gathered at the mosque with women and children there to offer their prayers, and they were brutally murdered in a terrorist attack for their faith, for what they believe in, for what they wanted to profess as their truth.
I think the overwhelming message, as I mentioned a moment ago, is that ability to be able to worship in peace and be secure and safe with your family, worshiping as you see fit, is something that we hold so dear here in Canada. And we also sadly see a rise in hate, discrimination, intolerance, Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, and so much more. We still have our work cut out for us. We are blessed to live in a city here like Vaughan, where we do support one another. That is why I wanted to be here today, and I will always stand with the Ahmadiyya Muslim community to make sure that they know they have a friend at City Hall, as they mourn for the tragic thing that occurred in Burkina Faso not that long ago.
Last week, the United Nations condemned the attack, saying targeting individuals or groups based on their religion or beliefs is an affront to the Charter of the United Nations. It's for